the American West. Land of promise, land of opportunity, a place where dreams could be realized and fortunes made. The vast open plains and rugged mountains called out to those seeking a new beginning. For many in the East, Oregon beckoned. It was a land of mystery and promise, a place where one could carve out a new life from the wilderness. Families gathered around tables, reading stories of the fertile valleys and abundant resources that awaited them. It offered fertile land and a fresh start. The soil was rich, the fields green and inviting. For those who had struggled in the crowded cities of the East, Oregon represented a chance to own land and build a future. The allure of the West was strong. The promise of a new beginning drew people from all walks of life. They packed their belongings into covered wagons and set out on the long journey, driven by hope and the dream of a better future. Oregon represented a new beginning. It was a place where one could start over, free from the constraints of the past. As settlers arrived and set up camp, they felt a sense of hope and possibility. It was a chance to build a future, to create a home and a community in a land of endless possibilities. The settlers worked tirelessly, constructing cabins and homesteads, driven by the vision of a better life. The sight of lush fields and the promise of a bountiful harvest made the hardcore Sajunjai for The spirit of manifest destiny gripped America. This powerful ideology, rooted in the belief that the United States was preordained to expand across the North American continent, became a driving force in the 19th century. It was more than just a political doctrine, it was a cultural phenomenon that shaped the nation's identity and ambitions. It was the belief that the United States was destined to expand. This conviction was not merely about acquiring land, it was about spreading democracy, civilization, and the American way of life. The idea of manifest destiny suggested that it was the nation's duty and right to extend its boundaries from the Atlantic to the Pacific. It fueled the desire to move west. Families packed their belongings into covered wagons, leaving behind their homes in search of new opportunities and a better life. The promise of fertile land, economic prosperity, and the chance to start anew drove thousands to embark on the arduous journey. It pushed people towards the Pacific. The Oregon Trail became a symbol of this westward movement, with pioneers braving harsh conditions, treacherous terrain, and the unknown. The journey was perilous, but the hope of reaching the Pacific coast and claiming a piece of the American dream kept their spirits high. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 opened up the West. This monumental acquisition, negotiated by President Thomas Jefferson, doubled the size of the United States and provided vast new territories for exploration and settlement. It was a significant milestone in the nation's expansionist agenda. It gave America vast territories to explore. The newly acquired lands were rich in resources and offered endless possibilities for those willing to venture into the unknown. The vast open landscapes of the American West became a canvas for dreams and aspirations. The Lewis and Clark expedition, from 1804 to 1806, brought back tales of the West. Commissioned by President Jefferson, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark led a team of explorers on a allure that mapped uncharted territories, established relations with Native American tribes, and documented the region's flora and fauna. Their stories inspired many to seek their fortune in the new lands. The detailed accounts of their expedition ignited the imagination of countless Americans who were eager to follow in their footsteps. The promise of adventure, discovery, and the potential for prosperity lured many to the frontier, shaping the course of American history. The Oregon Trail was a lifeline to the West. It stretched for 2,000 miles. It started in Independence, Missouri. It snaked its way across the Great Plains. The trail crossed treacherous mountains. It went through scorching deserts. It was a test of human endurance, but it was a path to a better life. It was a journey into the unknown. Independence, Missouri, was a bustling hub. It was the starting point for many journeys west. Wagons lined up for miles. Families gathered supplies. The mood was a mix of excitement and anxiety. They were leaving behind their homes. They were heading into the wilderness. They were embarking on the adventure of a lifetime. Section 5, Across the Plains, the first leg of the journey. The Great Plains stretched out before them. It seemed endless. Wagons rolled slowly across the prairie. Days turned into weeks. The journey was monotonous. The sun beat down mercilessly. Water was scarce. The pioneers adapted to life on the trail. They formed wagon trains for protection. They relied on each other for support. The journey tested their resilience. Section 6, The Rocky Mountains, a Formidable Barrier. The Rocky Mountains loomed large. They were a daunting obstacle. The trail became steeper. The air grew thinner. The pioneers faced new challenges. They had to navigate narrow passes. They had to lower wagons down steep slopes. They had to contend with harsh weather. The mountains tested their limits. Section 7, The Final Stretch. Desolation and Determination. The journey continued westward. The landscape remained harsh. The pioneers faced deserts and rugged terrain. The Columbia River offered a glimmer of hope. It was the final obstacle. They built rafts to float down the river. They reached Fort Vancouver. They had arrived in Oregon country. Section 8, Life on the Trail. Hardships and Hope. Life on the Oregon Trail was arduous. It was fraught with danger. Disease was rampant. Accidents were common. Food and water were scarce. But the pioneers persevered. They drew strength from their faith. They found solace in community. They celebrated small victories. They held on to hope for a better future. Section 9, The Legacy of the Trail. Shaping a Nation. The Oregon Trail left an indelible mark. It symbolized American expansionism. It solidified the idea of manifest destiny. It led to the settlement of the West. The trail opened up new territories. It led to conflict with Native American tribes. It raised questions about land ownership. It shaped the destiny of a nation. Section 10, Oregon's Transformation from Frontier to Statehood. The influx of settlers reshaped Oregon. It evolved from a distant frontier to a thriving territory with a rapidly growing population. New towns and cities emerged. In 1859, Oregon achieved statehood. This milestone marked a significant turning point. It cemented America's presence on the Pacific Coast, fulfilling the vision of manifest destiny. The enduring spirit of the Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail stands as a testament to the human spirit. It symbolizes the relentless pursuit of dreams and the determination to overcome obstacles. Stretching over 2,000 miles, it was a path forged by those seeking a new beginning in the American West. It embodies the courage and resilience of the pioneers. These brave individuals ventured into the unknown with hope and few possessions, facing perilous challenges. They endured hardships, from harsh weather to rugged landscapes, navigating deserts, mountains, and plains with limited resources. Each step was towards a vision of a new life, building homes and communities. The Oregon Trail was a journey of hope and ambition. The trail's legacy is preserved in landmarks and historical sites, reminding us of the incredible journey undertaken. It shaped the nation, playing a crucial role in the westward expansion of the United States. Today, the Oregon Trail is a symbol of the enduring human spirit, inspiring modern adventurers and history enthusiasts. Its legacy lives on, reminding us that with courage and perseverance, we can achieve our dreams.